Welcome, welcome. I am Dina. This is Discussions with Dina. I want to invite you to join me right here daily, Monday through Friday at 12:30. I will be discussing various topics and speaking on issues of concern to me and you. So join in the discussion. Subscribe, like, and share. And feel free to join me in the chat or call in and share your opinion live on the topic of the day. You can listen to this podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, YouTube, or anywhere you get your podcast. So set your schedule and meet me here Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Welcome, welcome. I am Dina, and this is Discussions with Dina. How is everyone doing today? I hope you are doing fine. Now, I want to wish my bestie a happy born day. I hope you are enjoying your day, and I am wishing you at least 100 more. So I want you to have a good time, honey. Now, if you have not already, I want to encourage you to like, share, follow, and comment if you choose to. Now, I enjoy hearing your opinion on the topics that I am discussing, and your thoughts matter, and I do read your comments, so subscribe and leave your thought on any of the subject matters that we are speaking on. Now, y'all know we are living in some strange and extraordinary times today. Very strange. There is so much going on around us in this world. Now, every day you can see or hear something that may be even more peculiar than you saw or heard the day before. And this is why you have to guard yourself. Guard your good judgment, because today is a sedition that can consume you and have you accepting nonsense. And you'll think that it's normal when it is everything except normal. So we must guard our mind from debris that is fed to us every day from the propaganda machine. And that mechanism works 24/7 a day. 24/7. So we have to make sure that we don't become automated and accept falsehood for truth and truth for falsehood. Now, I said I would be doing a part 2 on who is the architect of your spirituality, and I will, because part 1 was more of an introduction, I would say. And I really wanted to delve a little deeper into spirituality. It is such a deep and mind-boggling subject. I wanted to take my time and express the awesomeness of the spiritual energy that connects us to the universe and manifests itself in our everyday existence. And 30 minutes is just not enough time to cover this astounding subject matter. So that would be something that is continued at a different time, inshallah. So today, I will speak on the topic that I have chosen, which happens to be, is it ever okay for women to date or marry a man that has no income or pay his bills for him? Now, this subject was chosen as a result of reading one of the emails I got from a subscriber. And that subscriber calls herself Sick and Tired in Texas. Now, Sick and Tired in Texas actually wrote me an email. She says that she listens to the podcast and she follows my posts on social media. And I'm going to read her email to me. It says, sick and tired in Texas. I don't want to be. Okay, I won't share your personal information. She said, discussions with Dina. I am a subscriber to your channel and I follow your content on social media. You are always talking about Black love and hinting about what we should be doing as Black people to uplift, support one another, and building the Black family. I have a matter of concern to me, and I am seeking your thoughts on what you would do if you were facing the circumstances I am facing. I am 26 years of age, and I seriously want to leave my 30-year-old husband to be. We have been together for almost 4 years. We have 2 kids, ages 5 and 3. One child is his with another, and one is ours together. Yes, we do live together. It says, I am having serious doubts about him as a man, and I don't want to be with him because he has become more of a burden than a spouse or partner to me. I am writing you because I feel guilty about the decision I have decided to make. She says, in the last year or so, I have become burdened with paying his child support payments. I am giving him pocket money and paying all the bills in the household. When I get home from work, sometimes he's still in the bed and the house is a mess, and the baby is often still wearing the same night clothes from the day before. Then he spends all evening and most of the night on the computer saying he's taking some online classes. When I first met him, he was working in a sales position at a big box store. He did not like it, and an incident caused him to leave that job. He wasn't earning as much as I do, but he was making a living even while living with his mother and pursuing his education in engineering. Since then, he said his goals have changed and he doesn't want to do engineering and now dreams of starting his own business in private sales and marketing because that would allow him the freedom of working for himself and could offer big profits. But it has been almost 3 years now. And I have talked to him calmly about how I feel he should go get a job. I don't feel comfortable with being in this position, but I am tired of asking him to help out the household financially. I don't like him being at home while I'm at work. At least clean up the house, and my feelings about him are dwindling away more and more every day. I feel so guilty, but I am sick and tired of him, and I've already made my decision. I just wanted to know your thoughts on a situation like mine. Okay, that's all I will be reading because she shares some very personal information as well. But thank you for subscribing and following me, Tired in Texas. And first, I want you to know is that since I see you have already made your decision, my opinion is just that. It's my opinion. Now, your situation is not unique today, as you may think it is. It's not unique. And I understand your position. Some of our men today have lost the belief that being a good husband or spouse means supporting your family financially. Not all, but some. And they don't understand how this contributes to it can contribute to your emotions, your spiritual, physical, and mental well-being. And it affects the family overall. And I think because there has been a reprogramming of our men and men, Black men in particular in this society, that some of our young men don't quite understand their role as a man. They understand what sex is, and they understand what it means to, well, some of them claim to understand what it means to romance a woman, but they don't quite get all of the education as far as manhood goes. And it's not that a male would need $1 million or be a millionaire to be able to provide for his family. But there's a feeling that you seem to be expressing that is missing, and that is that feeling of safety and protection that it sounds like you want from him. And it's not wrong to feel that way. That's something that is natural. But physically, emotionally, and financially, men have to, and they don't always understand this, but contribute to the household and relationships. That's important, because what you are seeking is that feeling of security within your current relationship. And you're expecting that from the opposite sex. You feel like that's something, and it is something that should be provided from your partner. And sometimes it get neglected, and that is needed in order to keep your respect for him. And it can play a large role in your being or feeling attracted to him, and even loving him for maintaining the simple physical, emotional, and financial contributions to the relationship. It contributes to how you feel and how you see him. Now, customarily, men roles in society has always been that of the protector and the provider, though today they're pushing something that is different. And it's kind of taking the natural instinct away from the males, and they probably should get back to some manhood training, because the propaganda machine, like I say, is always working. But particularly the black male. And as women, we find it very difficult to maintain respect for a man that doesn't seem to value or provide that feeling of security to us. Whether it is conscious or subconsciously, we feel the effects of it. Now, if he is now in the position of caretaker and the gender roles seem to have changed, then quite naturally, the dynamic of the relationship has changed, at least in your mind. Now, even though you mentioned that you earned more than he does, the fact that he worked made a difference in your relationship. That's not something you take lightly. But I think the gender roles have changed in your relationship, and that's probably why you're feeling what you're feeling. See, men want women who are caring and feminine and just a nice person, nice, beautiful person. They want these feminine females and beautiful ladies, but they sometimes fail to understand that you have a duty to create and maintain the environment so that she can be caring, feminine, feminine, and stay beautiful as you would like her to be. And I think what has happened in our relations, in this relationship, is that the gender roles have been reversed, and it has been a detriment to your situation. Now, I personally don't say not to date broke men. And the reason I say that is because there is a difference between dating a person or going on a date with someone and marrying a person. Now, people are confused today. However, you can't just jump in the bed with them. That's not dating. That's sex. Dating or courting doesn't have to include sex. And it gives you the opportunity to get to know how they live, who they are, where they live, their family history, and you are learning their perspective on life, which can give you a better outlook on what to expect if the situation develops into something more than just a courtship. Now, today I know it's encouraged and it's turned into I meet you today and tonight we're already laid up. And then months later down the road, you have regrets. They kick in and then you wishing you would have got to know them better before getting entangled with them. So to begin with, you really don't know what is in a guy's bank account when you meet them. You just don't. Because people, our people in particular, can have or generate an illusion of wealth because Black people like to style and profile. It's just us. We can wear expensive clothing with designer names and labels and drive expensive cars and don't have a penny in the bank. And sometimes don't even have insurance on the car. But it looks good. But it's just a persona. And I'm saying that to say, not to say that you shouldn't have standards because you should. For whomever you date or who you choose to date, have your own standards. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I would say if you were interested in keeping your relationship, to talk with him and let him know your thoughts and your displeasure with the circumstances. You just have to be honest and straight up about what it is that you are feeling and what you plan to do if things don't change. Now, I did know that you did say you have spoke with him about this several times in the past, but he needs to understand that at this point, you need help and relief from the stress and the burden of carrying the entire household. It's too much, and he could work and steal away at the same time. It is what would be in the best interest of um, all parties involved, in my opinion. Now, I understand he wants to work for himself, but he has to consider your feelings and the impact that it is having on you, and as a result, the impact to your relationship. But if you were interested in keeping the relationship, I would definitely recommend you get some relationship counseling or seek out a therapist, but not just any therapist. Um, Someone that is recommended. I don't know what group you run in, but because some therapists deal with specific family um, relationship needs, you would need a relationship therapist that allows and teaches you how to speak and be heard, teaches both of you that, and how to get to the bottom of what really is causing the problem to begin with. Someone that offers conflict resolution, and we need to keep the Black family intact because that is how you nation build. And when you build a nation, you need strong Black males and females. Now, uniting the Black family and resolving these kind of issues is something that I want us to deal with and focus on, because the decisions a mother and a father makes in a relationship always affect the child, whether it's directly or indirectly. It still affects them. And even though, as you stated, your decision has already been made, it really would have been good to see it resolved in a manner that would allow your 3-year-old to still have his mother and his father living in the same household under the same roof. And I mean, in a married, committed relationship, striving and um, trying to build for the benefit of the family. Now, the effects of this society and the constant propaganda has put an unnecessary strain on the Black family. And we have to be careful that we, and I'm talking to Black men and Black women, are doing all that we can to build a very strong foundation for the family and keeping it intact. So I would recommend counseling for you both. And no, I would not pay his child support. That is a part of him being responsible to his child, and that is his duty, not yours. And giving him money, and you are not a married couple as of yet, that's a no go. And for me personally, absolutely no, no, no. Hell to the no, now, now. Now, see, today I think that we, once again, in a predicament where we look back and then we start to have regrets when we should have slow rolled it in the beginning in hopes of avoiding these kind of issues. But we don't always know what changes life is going to throw us. I know before me and my husband I married, we were dating and we had separate apartments. And that was until the very day we actually tied the knot. And I think that is how it should be. Now, we need incentives to achieve and develop good relationships once again. So, no, absolutely not. We can't live together, period. What Beyonce put a ring on it. But in your case, you do what is in the best interest of you and your child. I am wishing you the best, and I most certainly hope that this works out well for you all. Now, this might just become a part of my Dear Dina segment. I would just have to see how that goes. But for you, sick and tired in Texas, please keep me posted. I am wishing you peace and blessings and praying for the best outcome possible for you and your family. I really am. Now, that is my take on this topic today. And I want to know what you think about this. You can subscribe, like, share, and leave your comment. I want to thank you for listening, and I will see you next time on Discussions with Dina.